Success in business is not about working harder. It is about controlling your numbers before your numbers control you. Many business owners generate revenue, but very few build true financial discipline. This video will teach you how to build financial discipline as a business owner before it's too late. Financial discipline starts with visibility. You cannot control what you refuse to measure. Most business owners check their bank balance and assume they understand their finances. That is not discipline. Discipline begins when you track cash flow weekly, review profit margins monthly, and understand exactly where every dollar is going. Set a fixed time each week to review revenue, expenses, accounts receivable, and upcoming obligations. Treat this meeting like you would treat a meeting with your biggest client. No skipping, no excuses. When you consistently review numbers, you remove emotional decision-making. Instead of reacting to fear, you respond with facts. You start noticing patterns. You see which products actually generate margin and which ones only create noise. You catch rising expenses before they damage your profitability. This habit alone separates stable businesses from struggling ones. The second layer of discipline is separation. Separate business and personal finances completely. Separate profit from operating cash. Separate taxes from usable cash. Too many owners mix everything together and then wonder why they feel broke despite making sales. Open separate accounts for operating expenses, tax reserves, and profit distribution. When revenue comes in, allocate percentages immediately. This forces structure. It prevents overspending during strong months and panic during slow ones. Financial discipline is not about restriction. It is about intentional allocation. You are telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. When you build this habit, cash flow stress reduces because you always know what is available and what is reserved. Next comes spending discipline. Every expense should answer one question. Does this directly increase revenue, efficiency, or long-term stability? If not, reconsider it. Many businesses bleed slowly through small subscriptions, unnecessary upgrades, and emotional purchases. Create a simple approval rule. Any expense above a set dollar amount requires a 24-hour pause before approval. That pause alone prevents impulse decisions. You also need a written monthly expense target. Not a random guess, but a calculated ceiling based on your revenue and margin goals. When spending is intentional, profit becomes predictable, and predictable profit builds confidence. Another key component is building a business emergency fund. This is not optional. Set a target of at least 3 to 6 months of fixed operating expenses. Fixed costs include rent, payroll, utilities, insurance, and essential software. When you build this reserve, you buy yourself time. Time to think clearly, time to pivot. Time to survive unexpected downturns. Without reserves, every slow month feels like a threat. With reserves, you operate from strength instead of desperation. Discipline is strongest when you prepare during good times, not when you are already under pressure. Track performance metrics beyond revenue. Revenue is vanity without context. Monitor gross margin, net profit margin, customer acquisition cost, and cash conversion cycle. These metrics show you how efficiently your business operates. Discipline means you improve systems, not just sales numbers. You refine pricing when margins shrink. You tighten collections when receivables stretch too long. You negotiate vendor terms when costs increase. Financial discipline is a daily practice, not a one-time fix. It is built through small, consistent actions that compound over time. When you master these habits, your business becomes stable, predictable, and resilient. And that is when growth becomes sustainable instead of stressful. The next level of financial discipline is forecasting. Most business owners look backward at what already happened. Disciplined owners look forward. Every month, create a simple 90-day cash flow forecast. Estimate expected revenue based on realistic sales trends, not optimism. List fixed expenses and variable costs. Include tax obligations. Then calculate your projected cash position at the end of each month. This exercise forces you to think ahead. You will see slow periods before they arrive. You will recognize when hiring is premature. You will know whether you can invest in marketing or need to protect liquidity. Forecasting turns uncertainty into strategy. It shifts you from reacting to planning. That shift alone builds calm, controlled leadership. Another powerful discipline habit is setting profit targets before setting lifestyle targets. Many business owners increase personal spending as soon as revenue increases. That behavior destroys long-term stability. Instead, define a clear net profit percentage goal. For example, if your industry allows it, aim for a specific margin and reverse engineer your pricing and cost structure around it. When revenue rises, increase reserves and reinvest strategically before increasing personal withdrawals. Financial discipline means delaying gratification for long-term strength. It means choosing sustainability over temporary comfort. Over time, this creates freedom. You are no longer dependent on one strong month to feel secure. You must also build discipline around receivables and collections. Sales do not matter if cash does not arrive. Set clear payment terms, send invoices immediately, follow up consistently, automate reminders. If a client crosses a defined overdue threshold, pause new work until payment is resolved. This is not harsh, it is professional. Disciplined cash collection protects payroll, vendor relationships, and growth investments. Many businesses struggle not because of low revenue, but because of slow collections. Tightening this system can transform your cash flow without increasing sales volume. Another critical area is debt discipline. Debt can be useful when it funds growth that generates higher returns. It becomes dangerous when it funds operating losses or lifestyle inflation. Before taking on debt, ask 3 questions. Will this borrowing increase revenue or efficiency? Can the projected cash flow comfortably cover payments? What happens if revenue drops by 20%? If the numbers do not work under stress, reconsider. Discipline requires realistic downside thinking. It protects you from overconfidence during growth phases. Build accountability into your financial routine. Share your monthly financial summary with a mentor, advisor, or accountability partner. When someone else sees your numbers, you treat them with more seriousness. You prepare better. You think deeper. Accountability reinforces discipline. It removes denial. It creates responsibility. Over time, this structure builds strong decision-making muscles. Financial discipline is not about being rigid or fearful. It is about being intentional. It is about leading your business with clarity instead of emotion. When you track consistently, allocate wisely, spend intentionally, forecast realistically, protect margins, manage receivables, and control debt, you build a business that can survive pressure and grow with confidence. If you delay these habits, stress will eventually force you to learn them the hard way. But if you start now, you build stability before crisis arrives. That is how smart business owners protect their future and create lasting success.